to the stream, everyone. I hope you had a great day. And yeah, it is Wednesday, you know what that means. We hunt for pink shinies, and well, last time I just spontaneously, I guess, well, I did do a vote, and people told me to keep at it with Minccino, so that's what I'm gonna hunt now. And we were at 102 eggs, so let's see, maybe it'll shine tonight, and then I'll do another vote because this channel is very democratic. That's how I like it. Then we'll see if it's gonna be a Maccabee or Vanillite. But yeah, we will be hunting for pink shinies for a long time. I think it's a neat, at least for me, it would be a neat goal to have every single pink shiny that I could get. And okay, here's some, forgot to do that. But yeah, anyway, who do we have here already? Welcome back to the stream, Jono. I hope you're doing great. I had a good day today. Let me just, those are from these, I mean, they're shiny, yes, but they're not legitimate. They're from these hacked raids, which kind of defeats the purpose. But yeah, I don't really use these shinies. I usually trade them away, especially when you want to have something very specific. And you know, on the GTS they always ask for the most ridiculous things. For example, they would ask, I don't know, a Wurmple. They have a Wurmple and they want a Mewtwo or something like that. I don't know what it is, but GTS is still full of these. Or they somehow have traits that are not legit. As in, you can't trade a level 1 Reshiram. Like, I don't think you can get a level 1 Reshiram anywhere, legitimately. But then they ask for it somehow. That keeps happening. So, well, okay, if you're gonna be like this on the GTS, then here, have a, I guess, hacked shiny. I don't know if you can really say. Is it hacked? I don't know. I didn't hack it. I got it via these. I suppose they are hacked raids, but yeah, that's what I use them for. I trade them away. Hey there, Jason Harris. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? You know, I was about to ask your comment on the Discord. I was like really autistic again. I was like, wait, what do you mean my left hand looks off? And duh, it was a joke. Because it was my right hand and my left foot. So yes, my my left hand does look a bit like a foot on that picture. Hope you're doing good. It's Wednesday and we need more pink. Absolutely, that is the spirit. Can't believe it's also really soon that my wedding anniversary is coming up on the 2nd February. And man, time flies. It's been 6 years now. And 16 years of a relationship, which I still can't really get that into my mind for some reason. That time flies this quickly, but it does. And my mom was right, it just goes quicker and quicker from there. Your experience of time is definitely not linear. It is logarithmic, so the older you are, the quicker the time flies by. Which is a scary fact, but, well, I mean, I could be scared of it. I could hate that very fact that it's going quicker and quicker. But what I'm just trying to do right now in my life is trying to cherish the experiences that the good ones that I have. And I do find that if you make some really nice memories, that time does slow down, at least for a while. Yeah, it was a joke, but my autistic butt didn't understand it for way too long. Longer than I would admit. Sometimes I'm just, oh god. So stupid. What, has been 6 years already since you've been... Yeah, it's been 6 years, I know. I mean, not yet, but pretty soon. If I'm not mistaken, next Monday is gonna be... the 2nd February. Yeah, that's next Monday, isn't it? And I've been somehow married for 6 years then. That has a name, I forgot it, but like each anniversary usually has a name attached to it, or theme. I don't know if Americans do that, but in Europe that tends to be a common thing. Like for example, 5 years of marriage, we call that the wooden marriage, or wood marriage. And I think diamond marriage is 60 years or something. Which, I mean, I'm not old enough for that to have happened. I don't know if I'll be old enough. I don't know, I could calculate it, I guess. I got married at age 26. So add 60 to that. Oh, well, no, I could, if I'm lucky and I grow that old, then yeah, that could be. Tomorrow I'll be dead for sure. What? Okay, that's kind of dark reading it like that. The more memories I make, the faster time goes. Speaking of getting old, finally scheduled a physical and happens to be the day I turn 30. Well, you know, although I have to say, I mean, I'm always joking about it. Ha ha ha, I'm old, ha ha ha, because I'm in my 30s. But I don't mean it. That's a joke. I commonly forget that I'm in my 30s. I don't really feel old. And people... I don't know what it is with the internet, but a lot of people are like, oh, when you're 30 you hit a wall. No, you can't really say that. That really depends. I know, like I have one friend who is 54 and she does not look 54. Like she could on good days pass for an like late 20 something. And I know other people who are much younger than me and I look so much younger than they are. So it really depends. I mean, it's genetics, it's how you treated yourself, it's many factors that go into it. Hey there, Jimbo, welcome, or James, welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Well, so far we've only been streaming for what, 12 minutes, so nothing much happening. I mean, yeah, it could have been that I had a shiny this early. I mean, the earliest I got live was 5x. That was, wow, phenomenal. Welcome to the 30s club. We age like fine wine. I do think that there's a meme that I shared recently on social media, because I agree. So many women, once they turn 30, they have a glow up. Not all of them, of course, but a lot of women, they really have a glow up. Probably also maybe not self-awareness is not the right term, but they are definitely more confident in themselves in their 30s. And every old person that I asked, what age do you want to go back to? Almost all of them said their 30s instead of their 20s, because they said, oh, 30s is when you still look in your 20s, if you're lucky, but you have money. Well, I mean, the one part about not looking like 30, okay, I got that, but the money part, I guess I gotta wait a little bit for that. Oh well, let's see. I mean, I do have high hopes for this year. 2026 has just started, it's only been a month. Roughly, and yeah, I'm hoping for good things. I already feel my knees being affected by the cold. Oh, you do? Because people look at me when I jump over things, and they're like, oh, you're not a kid anymore, why are you doing this? And what, skill issue, because I can. I don't feel my knees. I don't feel like I'm aging. I don't know, my bones still feel like the day I was 18. I don't know. I even feel fitter sometimes than I was when I was 18. But I don't know. Maybe it's... well, it depends. To be fair, I got really lucked out with, like, genetically in my family. Age-wise, when they started to have problems, so to speak. Like, age-related problems. Usually in my family, they started when they're in their late 40s, maybe more 50s. And then again, it really depends. But man, that sucks about the knees. My father had a knee injury before I was born, and he says when you get something on your knees like that, that is gonna follow you for the rest of your life. Not to front him, Dad, if you're watching, I love you, right? You know that. But after that, he was always very athletic, and after the knee injury, he kind of stopped doing any sports, and well, he, let's say, gained some weight. He's losing weight again. That is good, but yeah, I don't know. Everyone I know who had something happen to their knees, like it never went back the same way that it was before. So I'm really freaking thankful and so glad that I don't have any problems like, I don't know, back pain, knee pain, joint pain. I wonder how Jimbo came out instead of James. I don't mind it. Yeah, I don't know, James. No idea. That just came out. I was like, wait. Like, the microsecond it left my lips, it was like, wait, why did I say Jimbo instead of James? But oh well. Hope so too, but somehow I feel like something really bad is coming soon. To specify, there's still a divorce going on between my parents and my dad can be a huge D. Oh, I see. I thought that maybe you were gonna go into like the political side, like what's happening. But I have to say, as much as a lot of European politicians are cowards, I gotta say that. A lot of them are cowards. Because of orange, stupid fascists in the US of A. A lot of, like, that just made a shockwave in Europe of everyone is trying in Europe to be completely independent in terms of tech. A lot of people are now trying for independent solution, like our own social media, our own server, database. And, I mean, funnily enough, thanks, Trump. Thank you for that, because no one can trust you. Everyone's like, wait, yeah, we are too dependent on the US. We should definitely do our own thing, and that's great. So that actually gave me some hope. Hey Devin Minks, welcome back to the stream. How you doing? All I can say, I've been craving beer way more than normal. Can't identify with that. I don't know. I'll never understand the beer thing. Like, people gave me apparently fantastic beer to taste, and it just doesn't taste the same, but it's like, bleh, way too bitter, and I don't like the taste of alcohol anyway. And I don't know, I don't have any incentive to drink alcohol. Never been drunk before either. I don't think I really want to figure out how that feels like. So he asked like around 70k for all the stuff that he invested into his house. And well, next week or so comes the letter with the decision from the court. Oh man. I'm so sorry. These kind of stories always are really stressful when there's a family dispute and there's money involved. That always goes really wrong. I mean, I don't think I can think of a time where people said, oh yeah, we had a dispute like that and it went well. It always went, well, not so well. My dad was also athletic before the knee injury. Yeah, I mean, that's why I'm so glad, like, every day. We take that for granted, but I've really stopped myself taking that for granted, and maybe it's a bit weird, but every day I'm just thankful that I don't have these things, because they must really suck. Especially knees. You kind of need your knees every day, right? I don't want to know how horrible it is when they really hurt. We'll get thrown back so bad if they disconnect us from all the things on the internet. No shot we'll be independent from the US. And oh, well, let's see. I mean, they're currently working on open source, which I'm fully for that. That's really nice. They're already working on it, so give them some time. And we already have more than we think we do. Like Spotify, not that I'm saying Spotify is great, but Spotify is actually not American. And that's actually a reason why this year I'm gonna be saying F it, I'm gonna start my own company. Because turns out in Luxembourg it's not that hard making your own company. And you don't like need huge gains in order to be counted as a company. We have fantastic taxes, really low taxes when it comes to companies, and I thought to myself, yeah, why not? Maybe my husband and I, we already have so many ideas. We're gonna start our own, and in the beginning it's gonna be like more like selling convention stuff, and then as it evolves, we'll see where it takes us. And you can get grants too. Because especially now with Europe trying to completely become independent, and they really wanna support European companies, so that's actually playing so much into my cards right now. So that's why I'm doing it. I'm getting help from my sister, who is I guess an accountant. Well, she worked for a very long time for the state. She was the one who checked all the taxes, so I guess she had a job that isn't really well liked, but oh well. I mean, I do see why we need to have one like that, and she's gonna help me for free, which is also amazing. And yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm good, just got the shower and is now sipping my last coffee. Ooh, coffee so late? Or do you have a night shift? Oh well, no, wait, you're in America, so... Oh, my bad. Beer's just not good generally. Wine is where it's at, and champagne. I've tried wine and champagne, and apparently fantastic wine and really good champagne, and I'm like, I don't know. Not really for me. Be a waste if I drink it. So I'll leave all the good wine and champagne for you then, or all the other Luxembourgers who love drinking that stuff. Because I'm a unicorn in this country, man. If you don't drink any alcohol in this country, people look at you like you're some kind of, I don't know, alien. Wine is good too, but it's not really a daily type of beverage for me. More like once a month or so. Isn't wine a bit too expensive to be a daily type of thing? Then again, maybe my view is skewed because my the kind of wine my dad drinks is usually, I mean, he doesn't drink that much wine, right? Only at special occasions. But when he does, it's apparently some really good Italian or Portuguese wine. Again, no idea if it... I don't know. I asked him how much they cost, and some of them are... They've become really expensive because of the way they aged. That's like a wine thing. If you know, you know. Apparently wine gets better when you age it. Just joined on my family thing. Grandma has promised me her house. She passed. Oh no! Oh man, that sucks. Especially in Luxembourg, how hard it is to get a freaking place here. But, like, if she promised it to you, was that only word of mouth? Or, like, she needs to write it in a will, or else it doesn't count, I think. At least that's what I've heard. He sold it, got himself a Ferrari? Oh my god, that sucks. Goes from bad to worse. This house won't be mine either. Oh god. Even though as much as a meme it is, has promised me 3,000 years ago. But man, I'm so... Oh, that sucks. Oh, I'd be furious. I'd be so furious. That really sucks. I'm so sorry. I don't even know what to say. Because man, it is so hard getting a house in Luxembourg, let me tell you, if you don't know. An average house costs like 1 million. To be fair, prices have been going slightly down. And yet, because of the high interest rates, you're gonna end up paying more than 500,000 for something really small. And I'm like, I don't know, call me stubborn, call me spoiled, but no way in hell I'm gonna pay or I'm gonna go, I don't know, 1 million or half a million even into debt to have something really small. No, I pay big, I get something big. That's my motto when it comes to housing. And so many people have rolled their eyes at me when I said that. And they're like, oh, but you can't expect that. Like, okay, are we just gonna lick the boot of the freaking investors who buy up all the housing? And we're like, oh yeah, but it's like that. Yeah, no, that's not an argument. It shouldn't be like that in the first place. So, oh well, might think I'm stubborn for that, but that's a hill I'm gonna die on. All the beers and wines I've tried taste the same to me. I've also lost friends because I told them you don't need alcohol to have a good night, but I know I'm not wrong on— yeah, you don't. You really don't. And that, I don't know, when people are like, oh, if you smoke a joint every week, you're an addict, but when you ask them how much alcohol they take, oh no, like that's cultural. Okay, that's like a— what do you mean? That's a logical fallacy. What are you on about? Like, it's just the how we treat certain drugs. Because I already get angry when people, or when a text says, oh, drugs and alcohol, as if alcohol was not a drug. And it's a hard drug even. I mean, we got a lot of people in these kind of centers. I don't know how you say that in English, at least. It's like a detoxify center. Like, not a wellness center, but it's something like a clinic, but you go there to not get rid, but to try to get a hold of your addiction. And they are so full in Luxembourg, you gotta wait 6 months to a year to get a place, because we got so many alcoholics here. It's really crazy. Real life, she told me this is for you and even to my parents, but well, it is what it is. Carry on, nothing else. Let's see where it goes. If I'll have to, I'll even sell stuff on my own to get some money together, since I need this house, otherwise I'll never own one ever. Yeah, I mean, it is getting really, really hard. Even for people who make some good money. And yeah, I'm unfortunately, I guess rehab, but like, we don't call it rehab, it's usually part of a clinic, like an actual clinic, like where you have doctors and everything. But I guess rehab, yes. That's expensive. California is similar. Never want to buy here because it's so much for so little. Yeah, like, why? My dream place is super affordable. What's your dream place then? 1 million in England would buy you a mansion that's not an— yeah, I know, right? Like, why would I want to pay 1 million to get, like, an average at best house? And even then, like, I know people personally who did buy, and their stories, like one friend of mine, she bought— I actually have 2 cases like that among my friends. One, she bought, I think, in 2017, 18, like an apartment. And I think 600,000. And she still has not— she doesn't have the apartment. Because the builder, or at least the company that built the project, they have been— well, I mean, they're bankrupt. And now, like, what's happening? She's sitting on that loan for something, like, she paid over 500,000 for what? For nothing, for air. And that's just ridiculous. That is just— that we have things like that happening. And the other case that I have, it's not that horrible. I mean, that friend does have her apartment and everything. It was newly built, and that's the reason why it was expensive. At least that was the sellers, or the company who bought it. So, like, that was their reasoning for, oh, it's modern, so it's gonna cost more. But then it turns out there's mold everywhere. The insulation isn't properly done, And now she also has to go, like, to court about that. Like, what the hell? Why do we let those people do that to us, you know? Am I really stubborn for saying no? Like, saying, no, I don't want this. I don't accept these terms. Am I really stubborn, or am I justified? I don't know. You can tell me if I'm justified or stubborn, but I'm leaning towards justified. That explains why you have so many alcoholics here. I hate those with a yeah. Especially when they drive. Like, what the hell? I literally... I know people who lost loved ones because of a drunk driver. Like, it's ridiculous. Homeless shelter, what do you mean, James? I mean, homeless shelter, yeah, you don't have to pay, but... Okay, it's a shelter. You don't want to live there forever, right? You want to have your own place at one point. I guess rehab would be the best term. I know, Jean, if you heard of it, but we call it sevrage. That's like a French term. But I guess it's rehab, yes. It's called Portland, Oregon. Very forestry, and there's rivers around the city, and the culture's very chill. Well, that's quite a while from California. But yeah, not everyone is a city person, right? Why not both? A rare croc? What do you mean? Where's the rare croc? But yeah, unfortunately with the grandma situation, if she never wrote it down in a will, then just saying, oh, you're gonna own it, that doesn't count. I know it sucks, but man, I'm actually admiring you for staying so calm about this. I think I would explode. I would go irate. Especially like a Ferrari. Like, come on. What are you gonna do? Like, that's something that I kind of get pissed off of, if that makes sense. It's just... Not that I don't want people to buy Ferraris or anything. If you're like into supercars, sure, go ahead. But where are you gonna drive that thing? You can't even drive the full speed that car can do. That car can pull off. The roads aren't really good for that, and it's not allowed. And in the country where it is allowed, Germany, the roads are so bad that you might as well not do it because you're gonna damage your car. And just the fixing costs as well, the maintenance costs. It's just it's a money sink. These kind of cars. I mean, sure, if you want to sink money into that because you love it so much, sure, go ahead. But like this is just really that was a horrible purchase. And I get extra angry from people who, like, there were people those were the kinds of people, you know, that got into debt for a fat big car that they didn't need. And then they tell me, oh, look at you, you got a Gucci purse, you think you're better than me? Like, oh, that's a horrible purchase. Like, what do you mean? I didn't buy it new? The purse is older than me. It's second hand. I got it at what, like 5% of the original price? What do you mean that was a horrible purchase? Like, I sold all the other purses that I had, and I put that money together, and I wanted to have one vintage purse because these things were made to last. And I'm really happy I still have it. It still looks really new, even though it's from I think it's from the 80s, that one. But yeah, it's older than me and still holds up really well. And if something breaks, you can bring it into their shop and they'll repair it for you. That is also nice. Like, I don't want to... Like, fast fashion is horrible. It shouldn't even be allowed. But yeah, sure, I am the one with the bad... who did the bad purchase, and not you with a car that you barely can afford. It's white. I don't know what it might be. Albino or leucistic. Oh, let me see. He posted a picture. Well, okay, that's a saltwater crocodile. But I don't see the picture of the crocodile itself. May Iron Jesus bless you. Thank you, human name, and welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Hopefully you're doing good. I mean, why being Giga Aggro when you can do about it? I know, that's true. I should definitely... You should teach me your ways. I would just be Giga Aggro, actually. That's why he sold it later when they started the divorce years ago. Okay, that's another thing. If you sell these cars, like the second they are out of the place where you bought the car, they lose value. A lot of value, so you're always at a loss. Again, I'm not judging you if you really want to have a supercar, sure. But I am judging you if you think I am the one with the bad purchase ideas. Like, what do you mean? I bought an old freaking purse, nothing new. And I'm happy with it. It's real leather work from, like, good leather from Italy. It got, oh, what's that called again? Neoprene around it, so it can really pour. It can rain cats and dogs outside, as the good old adage goes, and the inside of the purse is still really dry. So yeah, I think it's a good purchase. See, pretty much the only purse I use. I used to have cheap purses, but more, and they always tended to break after, I don't know, 2 years of use, and that was, I don't know, that was pretty bad. So I was like, okay, maybe I should invest in a better purse, so to speak. And I'm actually glad that I did it. Of course you did, what else? Can't be the other person. Nuh-uh. I mean, sure, maybe, do I need that specific one? No, but like, it was my money that I got from all the purses that I sold that I don't need. I was downsizing. So what I essentially did was I traded in my old purses and got one that I now use every day. And I'm happy. I could sell it for profit too, but I don't want to. You finished Valhalla and you loved it? By the way, he bought a second-hand one and it was already an old-timer by then, I think, not sure. Yeah, but like just the maintenance on Ferrari cars is... And don't supercars also, don't they drink gasoline like there's no tomorrow? I could be wrong, right? I'm not into supercars, but from what I've heard of people having them, they are quite expensive for the upkeep. And I like the upkeep of my purse. Like literally, I don't really like. What I need to do is every 25 years, rub the leather in mink oil, and that's it. And that's not really too expensive, honestly. Now that money is flowing out of the US, I'm thinking of investing in EU stocks. Really, investing in stocks? Like, what kind of stocks were you thinking of investing in? But yeah, we talked about that early on stream. That a lot of Europeans are now trying to get as independent as possible. So now we're trying and seeing to... looking towards open, not open access, but oh god, I'm drawing a blank right now. Another brain fart. Open source. There we go. Like open source things for the EU. Really nice. I really like that movement. And this meh attitude is going through my whole life somehow. So I wouldn't even know how to teach that. I treat it more like a life philosophy. Okay, I'm kind of the opposite. Not that I'm always angry, of course, but like, when things like that happen, I can't just be meh about it. Unfortunately, that really does go through my skin. Or under my skin. Thinking of some Far East stocks and maybe also ASML. I don't know. What would be Far East stocks? But then again, with stocks, it's always a risk, right? You can also lose that money. exactly, those horses have to be healthy and drink a lot, keep their speed up. Yeah, and it's like, that's not a thing. Like, I mean, I have my dream car, but like, my dream car is as old as my husband, and it's essentially a Volkswagen Polo, right? With specific colors, that's it. It's not gonna cost me my kidney or something to upkeep. And I don't really need a speedy car. I mean, I love driving, right? But I wouldn't need to be, I know, in a really fancy car or anything. Wait, what? It's already... Okay, already been 40 minutes. That is crazy. But yeah, time, man. Time just goes quicker and quicker and quicker. Stocks I already own doubled in value. Oh, nice. Really nice. Maybe tripled. Damn. I'd maybe try the stock market. At least some things I would maybe consider investing in, but the thing is I don't have the money for that. And you know, one crucial golden rule of investing is do not invest what you can't afford to lose. So yeah, right now I'm not investing in anything like that. Value's going up real quick. Yeah, like I mean, thanks Trump. I guess I can't believe I'm saying that, but because of his idiocy, a lot of European stocks are now rising up in value. And as I said earlier in the stream, that's why I'm considering opening up my own company with my husband. I mean, James, you already know about that company. I already showed you the logo, I think. And the name. And yeah, you don't really have to like make big money in order to have a company. It could be like something really small and private. And I'm gonna keep it private. I do not want the stock. Like, I don't want there to be stock of that company because that would mean that it's private equity, and if it's private equity, it always goes downhill. Like, then it's just a matter of time when some rich capitalist will buy up all the stocks, and then we have the duty to make him or her more money, and no. I'm gonna keep it private, so not no stock exchange, which yeah, that means that fast growth probably is not gonna happen very early into the company's lifetime, but I don't want it to grow and grow, and I don't want to make billions. I just want to be able to make a living, and if we should have more workers than just my husband and I, then they should get paid, and they should have fantastic contracts, they should have dignity and everything. I think that's more important than making profit. Let me tell you the like, you get a free consultation when you want to open a company like that, and that guy's face was like, why do you not want it being on the stock market? And I explained it because I don't want a random capitalist to come around, buy up all the stock, and then I'm like, okay, now I need to do what he's telling me. Like, no, I don't want that. Yeah, but you'll make more money. Yeah, okay, but I don't, like, I prefer genuine creation of things and authenticity over that money making. Then why make a company? Because, like, why not? I mean, not every company needs to be needs to have like a stock exchange and everything. There's other models to consider. And if I make my own company, I especially now with the orange idiot ruining everything for the US, you can get a grant from the Luxembourgish government. Because they definitely want more European countries now, or especially local. Back to building some more goat people. Been at it for the whole day, stabbed You stab your thumb often enough with a fresh scalpel blade. Price of a hobby. Oof. Oof. Wait, you're actually using scalpels for that? Wow, that definitely... I couldn't be doing that because my fine motor skills are not good. I would probably cut myself more than do actual work with that. Thinking of ASML because it's an absolute monopoly. Probably never gonna fail unless it gets competition. Well, you never know. One thing can be a absolute monopoly and then suddenly 10 years later there's competition. And also market manipulation, you gotta watch out for that too. Still hate myself for not having invested into Bitcoin when it started. Man, I even thought about it. Being poor is really yeah. Well, I do kind of kick myself in the... I could have, but then again, like, no one knew. No one knew it would blow up this much. Like, can we really blame ourselves? And I know more people who lost a lot of money due to Bitcoin, like, than people who gained a lot of money because of it. And the one person I do, well, no, I don't really know them personally. They're more of a acquaintance of my brother, but like, okay, has a cocaine habit now, and life is not really going that smoothly, so... Whatever. Missed opportunity, yes, I could have bought Bitcoin at like, I don't know. What was it worth back then? Like, pretty much nothing. No, not all the stock. 5% is the minimum for almost complete control over a company. Dump 5% of a company and it pretty much dies. Yeah, but like, okay, I said that facetiously, right? But I don't want that to happen. I don't want... Because when you have stocks, when you're in the stock system, you have a duty to make... Like, that is a must. That's not negotiable. You need to make money for your shareholders. And... that is not what I really want to do with my... I mean, sure, I want to make money, of course, right? But that is not the number one thing. The number one priority for myself with that company is to, actually to make us officially self-employed. And, yeah, to kind of help the, native Luxembourgish nerd scene. Hey there, Sodium, welcome back to the stream, how you doing? Also get all the pure pieces of the model and clean up the mold lines, surely not with a... Well, yeah, but like scalpel makes me think of a surgery tool. But I assume, yeah, I mean, it's not for skin, but I guess for little figurines. We can 100% it wouldn't have been the first time that something blew up and it didn't invest in it knowing that there was something to it. Yeah, but then again, you could have lost a lot of money too, so... I'm good. I'm actually not really happy with Bitcoin in and of itself. I'm not a fan of the whole concept, how much freaking electricity it consumes, and just tech bros in general. Ugh. So, I mean, I will open up a wallet because it's gonna help me selling stuff at conventions. Apparently there's people who buy stuff at conventions using Bitcoin, which is weird, but hey, I already bought the like a sum up, like a card hold, like a card machine where people can pay me with their Visa or their Maestro card or whatever, and then it gets sent to my bank account. So I did do that, and it should come pretty soon. Should arrive soon, hopefully this week. And then I am ready for April. I'm ready to put my foot down, or my foot in the door rather. And then be selling stuff at conventions. Don't really care about gaining money from investing, mostly just having stable currency that at least keeps up with inflation. Yeah, that's also a reason to maybe invest. Oh, you might get back into making music. Nice. School is in the way, yeah. How is school useful for my future if it just gets in the way of everything in my life? Yeah, I know. People don't, especially adults, they don't like to tell you that, but to be fair, it is like try to finish your school at least, but like high school at the very least, but still, thinking or looking back, that's a lot of time I wasted, quote unquote, in school that I didn't need to like spend there. Or it didn't really help build me up in any way, shape or form. Not completely, right? There's a lot of things that I do use, but yeah, sometimes school does get in your way. Bitcoin is energy inefficient for cryptocurrency, which says a lot. Yeah. That definitely does say a lot. But is there a... well, like, what would be the most efficient cryptocurrency? Again, I'm not a fan of cryptocurrencies, not just because of the energy inefficiency, but also, let's be honest here, most of it gets used for online illegal things. And the biggest market apparently is... yeah, I'm not even allowed to say what it is on YouTube. YouTube wouldn't like that. But you can imagine what it is. And that's just disgusting. And like decentralized currency, are you... like we are just speed-running bank regulations again. Did we not learn anything from the... when was it? 1880 bank crash? Okay, I get it. Deregulation sometimes can be nice, but with currency? With currency, you want it to be tied to something, right? At least tied to something tangible. And you want a guarantee from at least several government institutions, so that it's not like a, let me just say, the shit coin, like some kind of joke coin or meme coin. And like there was a huge banking crash in the, I think, 1880s. And we're just like, that's the reason why you have all of these regulations in place. And then comes Bitcoin and all the other cryptocurrencies, and like, oh lol, let's do it again. Let's speedrun that again. And let's not learn from history. But oh well. Won't believe how much garbage people buy at cons for exorbitant price. Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it. Plain stupid stuff that you can make for a few cents. To a few euros or a bit of time. Oh, you mean people who dropship, as in, like, buy stuff from AliExpress and then sell it for, like, 100 or 200% of the price? His point, human name, I wouldn't even care about it, to be honest. Money is money, especially if you don't have much. Yeah, but, like, his reasoning is sound. Oh, you lost power? Just saying something virtual currency, official currency. No limits over 3k, not sure anymore, but there was something about that being a proposal. I don't think I've heard of that. But what I was referring to is that the euro or the dollar, well, maybe the dollar soon, not so much anymore, but real life currencies are tied to something tangible and something that exists and is actually scarce in real life, like gold. Or other things, like gasoline. And cryptocurrency is just like, oh yeah, we don't need that. We just skip that. Of course, euro is only worth something because we all agree that it's worth something. But it is better than if a government or every government says, yes, it is worth that much, rather than no government on the planet Earth at all. Like, there's a very good reason why currency should not be completely decentralized. There's a very good reason for that. Like, we had bank crash downs because of these things. I heard Monero is energy efficient, but honestly, Bitcoin is probably the most trustworthy. Yeah, that's true, because everyone knows Bitcoin. It is the most used and well-known cryptocurrency, that's true. It would also probably, if I had to pick one, would be Bitcoin. Don't get it when YouTubers put a link in the description to subscribe to their channel when there's a subscribe button right next to the screen name. Algorithm. No, it pushes your algorithm so your stuff gets shown more often. That's the reason. For decentralized money, I would probably just wait for the digital euro. Oh yeah, right. There's also the digital euro that will come out soon. This music is fixing my ears. Well, I'm glad that it does that. Digital euro, that was it. Ah, that's what you wanted to say. I'm playing Age of History 2 and the music in this game is generic, free, stereotypical war music that gets old after three loops. Oh boy. That sounds like a game I would play on mute, and only on mute. Alright, so we already got 2 boxes almost full. ECB stated that, assuming EU legislation is adopted in 2026, the euro system aims to be ready for potential first issuance of digital euro by 2029. With testing beginning from mid-2027. Well, that's gonna be pretty soon. ECB has promised that the digital euro will not be running on the blockchain. That is good. Like, I still don't understand why people are so fanboyish about the blockchain. Like, it doesn't really do anything that other contracts have been doing before, and it's just a gigantic waste of energy. And just the concept of digital scarcity, you know, digital files that are endlessly copyable. Like, are you stupid, guys? Like, not you guys, right? But the guys who are like, oh, the blockchain is the best invention since canned bread. Like, no! Just the idea of something digital being scarce, like fake scarcity, that is just... What the hell? Who came up with that idea? Who wants scarcity? Scarcity sucks! The world would be so much better if a lot of things were abundant. Like, why do we need fake scarcity or something that you can just copy and paste over and over again? I'll never understand that. AOH2 has like 15 songs and they all get old super fast. I hate all of them. Okay, maybe I'll have a listen. AOH2, you say? Those are way easier to control and do seem... Yeah. Control, of course, is also an aspect. But what about my 27 yacht? I need it! Yeah, that's their reasoning. They just don't want to be honest about it. And then they talk about, oh yeah, strap yourself up by your own bootstraps, and then they completely ignore that saying. That very saying came from someone who was known to be a liar. Like, that was from Munchausen. Baron Munchausen. He was known for his horrible lies. Like, he was lying every second about everything. I think it was also the same guy who said he was riding on a comet. No, not on a comet. On a what was it? Like on a cannonball while it was being fired. Like, are we really taking his advice now? Like a liar? You cannot take yourself up to like while pulling on your bootstraps. That legitimately does not work. And it's so ironic that they use that as like a phrase. Like, yeah, I know you're using a term or like a phrase that goes back to like a liar. Sure, that definitely, like, the irony is completely lost on those people. I agree that blockchain encryption is just a buzzword and waste. When it comes to cybersecurity, the standard authentication requirements that exist today are generally yeah, exactly. Thank you. Don't deny me, peasant. Alright, that is number 159. Let's see. No. Well, it would be so much better if I didn't have to go to school soon and not say hello to you. Hey there, Brony Monster. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Yeah, I mean, that is true too, but unfortunately, that is life. Blockchain is not just for currency, it's a standardized way of communicating encrypted information. It's designed for supposed Web 3.0, where accounts will be fully private. And yet, I mean, yeah, it is a fever dream, exactly, human name. Even like my computer science professors, they were all, like, so many crypto bros were like, oh, he doesn't know what he's talking about. It's like, wow, he has a PhD in information theory. What the hell do you mean he doesn't know what he's talking about? They were like, oh, this is nebulous, it sounds like a scam, and well, it kind of is a scam. Yeah, that was from him. Like, you can look that up. Like, why are we quoting a liar? And one of the most notorious liar in human history, even. Age of History 2 is a game I'm addicted to, but it's not really that good. Oh no, that's like being addicted to a bad drug. Okay, I gonna be back really quickly. I heard my washing machine is done. I just need to put the towels in the dryer real quick, but shouldn't be too long. Alright, be right back. Okay, I'm back. That was quick. Alright, let's continue. If I don't do it now, it's gonna take too long. And I mean, these towers, they do need to be dry. An okayish, well-made €4.99 mobile game. Oh, it's a mobile game, that explains it. I am just not a fan of mobile games. But I guess that's a personal thing. I'd be doing better if I could stay at home without any problems. Remember my team question? Yes, but then again, I don't know if I can give you any advice. The team that you listed, I actually think that was a good team. Volb, yes, there's a Volbeat, a shiny Volbeat. Right, we are at 161 now. Still no shiny. Alright, oh gosh, what is wrong with me lately? I keep forgetting things, I stumble on my words all the time. Like, brain, please. Why are you being a dumbass when I'm live? And when I'm not live and alone, or just with, I don't know, my husband, then suddenly that's when the genius comes out, but not when people are watching, you know? Oh well. But yeah, currently hunting, and the GIF is now there. Should have done that earlier, but oh well. Oh wait, was that, yeah, which team was it again? It was the Legend ZA team, right? Or am I mixing something up again? Maybe post it again? Ask yourself what's right with you first. Yeah, what is right with me? My right hand is right. And, yeah, my right foot is right. Other than that, no, I think it's going downhill. Nah, I'm joking. The thing that rubs me the most in the wrong way is that they say Web 3.0 is yeah, they always say that. Like, you're describing an internet paradise. The hell is inevitable. Corporate internet is too big. Yeah, I do kind of miss the pre-2010 internet. When there weren't ads everywhere, I mean, we still had ads, right? But when you were looking for something, when you were Googling things, you could find the exact thing on the first page of Google. And now, with enshittification and everything just going downhill, I do miss that. I mean, what I don't miss about the early internet is how easy it was to find really shocking things. Like, shock sites were everywhere. And I saw things I should not have seen and I didn't want to see. I want to say that's called getting old, but well, no, it's I don't think it's because I'm getting old now, but probably because my mind is kind of all over the place lately. I think it's that. Give me a few seconds, minutes, hours, days, weeks, months, years, centuries. Well, I can wait years, but centuries, I don't know if I'm healthy enough for that. Gotta go to sleep. Oh well, Sodium, thank you for being part of the stream. Oh, actually no. Can stay for a bit? Okay. Well then I'm gonna wish you a buonanotte later on. Web 3.0 is gonna be an internet controlled by AI, not by people. Yeah, and that in and of itself is like, no thanks. We already have way too much AI on the internet. We don't need more. And that's another thing. Like, aren't we going through a climate crisis? Why do we need things that consume so much energy right now? And water. Like, that is like the worst time we could be investing into these things. No, I'm not forgetting about the hot chocolate my husband made for me. Although it's not hot anymore, it's warm chocolate, but still. Do you guys hear the fire crackling in the music? Because it's supposed to have that, like a winter atmosphere. Want to get back into Lemon Demon. Wakado the Tyranitar. Oh yeah, right. Tyranitar, Nessie the Milotic, Snowzilla the Baxcalibur, Falcon the Staraptor, Boulder the Golurk, Hotshot the Armarouge, all shiny. Really nice. Well, Tyranitar is a good one. Milotic as well. Baxcalibur, Ice Dragon. Staraptor is a solid normal flying type. No, actually, I don't know. Maybe someone in chat has an idea, but I think it's a well-rounded team. I would say maybe go more on the special side. But then again, Milotic does have that, and I don't know. It's a well-rounded team, actually. You liked Neil's music. What does that imply? It's in the past tense. You don't like it anymore? You can't hear it at all? Well, it is very, very hard to hear, to be honest. I remember I had a pretty fun team in Black and White OU. I remember having so much fun in Black and White. Well, Black and White, I'd say thank you for Generation 5 for giving us triple battles. I love triple battles. I'm so sad that they canned it. Like, why? That's so fun. It really is fun. It adds like a dimension that you never had before. It's an even more fun doubles, and there's actually a lot of Pokemon that suck, but in triples they fill a really nice niche. Like BGM, like that alien Pokemon, really crap. Otherwise, like, not a good Pokemon, but in triples it really has its use. Round, you dare say that about my team? I don't overfeed them. Oh, you don't want a Staraptor Borp? What's wrong with you? You don't want a Borp going Brave Bird on them? Isn't that a funny image to have in your head? But yeah, other than that, I don't know. I think it's a good team. Really solid. Volbeat, Xatu, Tyranitar, Latios, Breloom, and Mamoswine. Volbeat in OU? I mean, sure, you can use anything in the OU as long as it's not banned from the tier itself. You get smoked by Water Titan. We had the triple battle system. They should bring it back. It sucks that they don't have it anymore. That was so much fun. Especially with Seeking and the hidden ability. I still remember all of these battles online. That was so fun. Where people thought, oh, look at her. She has a Seeking on the field. She's stupid. And then they're like, huh, I'm gonna be doing what I need to do. And use my Zekrom. And then, you know, that iconic sound when in Generation 5. When an ability gets activated. That choo wong. And then it went because, hey, thank you, Lightning Rod made Seeking immune, and now my special attack got like shot up. Nice, thank you. And they were like, what the hell is that? I didn't know that because no one was using Seeking. To be fair, Seeking isn't really good. I mean, I love Seeking, of course, but well, competitively, could be better. Could be much, much better. And that gave me kind of an edge because no one was expecting Seeking to have that kind of hidden ability. It's a prank someone with Onko and Thunderwave, also a stab U-turn. Is it actually in black and white or like in the 5th gen? Is it OU? Oh, my bad. Absol or Frostlass, who do you have around you? That's a good question. I kind of like them equally. I'd go for Absol though, and Absol warns you of catastrophes. Yeah, that's true. That could be useful. And Frostlass, well, I mean I like Frostlass, but it is still a Yukiona. Maybe it will eat me. I don't know, it probably eats humans. I don't think Absol eats humans. And yes, I'm a human, okay? No, Volbeat is in PU in Gen 4, but it has a niche in RU and is solid in NU. But hey, if you successfully use a PU Mon in OU and you win, you deserve every ounce of respect because that is skillful. If it's not red, it's not sleeping on the bed. Okay, I guess, I don't know. Because Absol's shiny is red and Frostlass shiny isn't. I mean, it barely changes. The little bow turns pink. Suspicious how you picked the no, that's no. I said it eats humans. That's what I said, yeah. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't think that's suspicious. No. No. Definitely not suspicious. And the other one is a dark type, right? If I really were a Latias, that would also be dangerous. To be fair, one is a ghost and ice type. That's like 2 types that Latis don't like. And then Human Name says, yeah, what about the dark type? To be fair, Absol is a glass cannon, and since generation, what was it? I think since generation 8, when I'm currently playing, since Sword and Shield, the Latis can learn Aura Sphere, which is amazing. They should have been able to learn that since ever since the move got introduced, honestly. But I'm happy that they can use Aura Sphere now. That is a fantastic move to have. Powerful and it never misses. And it's fighting type. I forget if I asked, but who started the whole you being a Latias thing. I forgot the name, like it's not a person that really comes to my chat or anything, but on a very, like on a really old video of mine, I don't even remember which one it was, I gotta dig for that, but there was one guy, all he did was, he wrote, okay, Latias. And that is what started it all. Like, he was like, oh yeah, you must be a Latias. And then people just played along and were like, maybe she is a Latias. And now these terrible accusations, they just won't stop. Pretty sure Latias outspeeds Absol, but not Frostlass. Which also, I mean, doesn't that make... That doesn't make sense. Like, it's a freaking jet. A jet should be faster than a Frostlass. That's why I'm in favor of the Latis getting a higher base speed. What are you gonna hit the Frostlass with anyway? HP fire? Well, I don't think I have HP fire, but I don't know, a good old Shadow Ball. And what's the magical flame? What's it called again? Which finally the Latis get a fire move. They, you know, they should be dragons. They should be throwing flames around, like flamethrower. They should be able to do that. These giant purple Gorguys are triplets. They all look the same, except one of them is a guy. Seems to be really easy getting shinies in ZA. Like, so many people are drowning in shinies in that game. Maybe more like a fact. Oh, these nasty allegations. You're no Latias, you're a lady. I'm a lady ass. No, wait, that's no, let me take that back. That's I shouldn't have said that. That sounds really weird. Lady ass. Oh god. That's when you say it out loud and then you're like, wait a minute. Give me flamethrower to the skunk. Flaming dart. Yeah, I mean, a skunk can... Okay, maybe that is funny. That is conceptually funny. But like Slowbro can use flamethrower. Slowbro is a water type. Why can a water type breathe fire? Yeah, a dragon can't. Like a jet dragon. It's a freaking jet. Like jets have fire, at least in the engines, right? And it's a freaking... Like, okay, I've been on that tirade for so many times, but it's just annoying. Like, why, Game Freak? Why the hell haven't you changed that yet? Yeah, lady ass. Was like, wow, very clever. And then as soon as that word left my lips, I was like, wait, oh no. No, that sounds stupid, actually. Also found none of these Gorguys on Halloween. You found them on Christmas? Yeah, it's Nightmare Before Christmas, no? That did sound like something straight out of a Little Bit. How unfortunate you said that. What happens on the internet stays on the internet forever. Oh no. Yeah, somebody's clipped it probably. Or, well... Oh well, it's too late now. I gotta stand by my decision to say that stupid word. I just bought the S Action Replay for £22. Nice. The seller gave me 50% off. Oh, nice. Nearly bought it earlier for 45 on eBay. Nice. Anything you're gonna use it for? Because I wouldn't be using, Action Replay. Do I sneeze now? Yes, I do. Sorry about that. Okay, so sneeze is out. But yeah, I wouldn't be using it for Pokemon because that kind of defeats the purpose. If you get shinies everywhere without even trying, makes it boring. I wish Latias could learn a fire move. Monkey's Paw Curls. Latias now learns Flame Wheel. A 60 base power physical move. Oh man, the dreaded Monkey's Paw. I mean, they got Magical Flame or... let me look up what the English name of the attack is. Like, what is that? Like a 70 base 70 Mystical Fire. There we go. So they do learn Mystical Fire, which is nice, but Mystical Fire is kind of weak. Only one of them on Christmas, or was it Thanksgiving? Well, Thanksgiving actually kind of fits. You know, with pumpkins being part of the harvest and all. But Christmas, yeah, that's kind of a bit late. Bless your nose, Tias. Thank you. Bless you, thanks. I know I have dad sneezes. I don't know why. I'm not doing it on purpose. The only Pokemon game I have on DS is called Mystery Dungeon. I'm not really sure what that is. It's a spin-off. And you should definitely try getting... Oh, wait. Before you get the DS Pokemon games, did you... Is your 3DS hacked, right? Because maybe you do that, because the DS games, the Pokemon DS and 3DS games, even secondhand, they go for a lot of money. So you might as well just hack it. You didn't hear it from me. 70 is fine, 65 is the minimum base power for me in a playthrough. Yeah, but like 70 is still, like, Flamethrower has 90. That's so much better. It is still 90, right? I know that they sometimes changed it. I think one of those moves used to be 100, and it was a 90, and it was 95 again. Which, okay, sure. Let me check. 95. Oh, okay. Flamethrower used to be 95 and now it's 90, which I don't understand why they lowered it, but well. I bought Y2 and Soul Silver for around 50 euro. Or, to be fair, Italian version. Because Italian Pokemon games don't really go for that much money, I've noticed. That's why I bought Fire Red and Leaf Green in Italian, because they cost me 45, or no, not even 45, 35 each. Was 95 then reduced to 90 around, yeah, just look that up. Same for Surf, Ice Beam, etc. I do wonder why. Well, like Flame lower. Yes. Fabled Phantom. Oh, I mean Brownie Monster. I mean, I do groan about the puns, but do keep on coming. Like, with the puns, I do like it. Already have black and white games. Black and white games? You mean black and white? The black and white games? Download on 3DS. Sold physical copies of these games for a friend for $35 each in 2024. That's like, you could have sold them for more, I would say. They've only gone up in value since then. Yeah, I mean, Pokemon games always, especially the English versions. Everyone and their mom wants them. But yeah, you should play through your Leaf Green first. Then you play through Kanto. And then either the Crystal ROM hack that I gifted you, or the either Heart Gold or Soul Silver for your Johto or Generation 2 experience. And then you can start playing your Emerald, so on and so forth. So you got plenty of time until you reach Generation 5. Was probably done to make special attackers worse or something. Why would they want to make special attackers worse? You have a modded Wii, so I guess you can also play those on the Wii, although DS game on the Wii. Fabled Monster. Play Heart Gold Soul Silver, Heart Gold Soul Silver, hell yeah! Someone loves these games. But yeah, Heart Gold Soul Silver. Fantastic games, absolutely. Best Pokemon remakes too. Like, it went downhill from there. Absolutely. Auras was nowhere near that, and don't get me started on Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. I mean, yeah. I'm playing through it right now. While it's not bad, right? But it's like, I want to play Platinum. I want the thing to go through with the capture card thing. And then I'll finally be able to play those games. That'll be fun. I'm really looking forward to these streams. Especially the Q-Charm glitch. We're gonna have shinies up the butt. The DS games don't seem to be as valuable in the UK compared to where you are. That's weird though, because an American person can't play the UK games. Like, the DS games are not region locked. And you have a lot of people who would buy them from the US or from somewhere else. Battle Revolution was fun. Oh, I'm gonna get there too. There's gonna be a shiny only challenge in Battle Revolution. And that's gonna be... I'm looking forward to that. Also trying to get all the costumes, the shiny costumes. Which will probably take me an eternity to get, but hey, I'll do it, I don't care. I'm gonna stream the whole process. Not really well documented on the internet either. Like, barely even. And that's like, that sounds like a job for me. For Hoenn, either do Emerald or Auras. Yeah, I mean, he has Emerald. I told him to play Emerald. Ruby and Sapphire don't have nearly as much as those versions. Yeah, Emerald is better in every way. Also have a modded Wii, yeah, but apparently the Wii Pokemon games were great. I mean, yeah, Battle Revolution is great, but you do need the DS games, or else these, like, Battle Revolution is, it's like a tournament game. You need to have, either you have rental Pokemon, which suck, trust me, they do, or you use your own, so you definitely, it's kind of not unusable, but it's much less fun if you don't have a DS game. So you need to transfer you essentially copy the DS game's Pokemon over, and then you use them on the Wii. Why did Ash scream loudly? Because he stubbed his Johto. Oh. Suppose you don't want to only play Platinum, but Star Platinum? JoJo reference! JoJo reference! Well, no, I'm not only gonna play Platinum. I'm gonna be using the Q-Charm glitch and doing that with Diamond, Pearl, Soul Silver, my husband's Soul Silver. He doesn't care, like, the save file on there is not that important. He has since transferred all of his Pokemon, so I can use that. Was actually looking to buy another, like, cartridge, but he said no, not with these prices. Soul Silver is going for crazy high prices in Europe. So, yeah, I'm really glad that he just gives me his cartridge for that. Yeah, Diamond, Pearl, Platinum. I mean, the shiny only challenge where I play from beginning to end, that is going to be on Platinum and on Soul Silver, but I'm also going to use a French Pearl that I have and a Diamond that I have to get as many shinies as I possibly can. Faithful Remake didn't even port DP, HP drain. Oh, you mean when a Heracross beats up a Blissey and it takes a century for the Blissey's health to go down? Oh, jeez. Yeah, I can go without that, actually. I mean, I love Gen 4, but, like, the slowness of it, not really. Region-keeping games. Played Diamond for Sinnoh, but I suggest new players to play Platinum instead. Yeah, I told James that he should play Platinum. Because it's better in every way, again, like, it has more content and everything. Yeah, similar reasons to Emerald over RS, and also the reason why you should if he ever gets around to like play yellow over red and blue, or crystal over gold and silver. My DS copies of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon and Mario Kart were £2 each. That's nothing. Because they were cartridge only, and it can be pretty hard to sell DS games as cartridge only where I am. Oh, not in Europe. I've seen Soul Silver, Heart Gold cartridges go for €70, if not more. Like, no box or anything, right? Which, I mean, that's a bit too much, if you ask me. Shiny Pokemon trainers aren't real, they can't hurt you. Shiny versions of Pokemon trainers, it's real, look it up. Shiny? You mean in Battle Revolution? The shiny costumes? If that's what you mean, yeah, I'm gonna be hunting that. That was planned for long time. And I'm gonna set up a Wii. Well, I have multiple, so it's gonna be easy. I will be using the DS games where I get all the shinies, and I'll use that to play through Pokemon Battle Revolution and try to get all the shiny costumes too, which have the same odds as shinies had back then, so 1 in 8,192. It's gonna take an eternity, but I don't care. I will do it. I'll probably go insane halfway through. Well, to be fair, I'm already insane. I'll go more insane. But I definitely, like, I want someone to at least have that recorded and on the internet, because you can barely find any people hunting for that. Or they do, but they give up. Oh no, I meant the Wii games weren't great. Okay, who's saying that? I mean, the Wii only has spin-off Pokemon games, like no mainline game. But Battle Revolution is a good game. Poke Park Wii, no idea, I never played it. Can't really say if it's a good or bad game. Okay, not a shiny. I have Italian copies of Diamond, Soul Silver, White and White 2. The only Italian copies I have are Fire Red, Leaf Green. But I wouldn't mind having more Italian copies. But to be fair, I think I already have enough of the old Pokemon games. I mean, I pretty much have them all, so... The only Pokemon games, like from the main line that I'm missing is Sword. And, Brilliant Diamond. And Scarlet. And, no way in hell am I gonna buy these games full price. If I'm ever gonna buy them, then like at a flea market or at a convention for something. Have you ever played Pocket Monsters? Yes. If that is a joke, well, haha, but yeah, Pocket Monsters is just Pokemon, right? That's what Pokemon stands for. Got cartridge only Soul Silver for €50. Wanted the case, I would've... Yeah, I mean, Soul Silver in the case in Europe, or at least, well, okay, Italy is Europe, but where, like, Germany, France, Luxembourg usually goes for hundreds, if not more. I ping so, yeah. They got a shiny Cynthia. A shiny Cynthia? How would a shiny Cynthia look like? Take care, y'all. Look forward to the DS streams. Well, thank you for being part of the stream, Jason. I always appreciate it. And yeah, I'm also looking forward to the DS streams. And as always, I wish you a good night, sleep tight, do not let the bedbugs bite, and I don't know if you're heading off to work or whatever, but I hope whatever you're up to is gonna go great. Pokemon Rumble is okay, but it gets old fast. I don't know what it is. I guess call me a fake Pokemon fan, but like all of these spin-offs, like Rumble and Trose and all these, I just could never get into them. I just got bored instantly. I don't know what it is. It's just like my brain is like, no. And then I just don't play them anymore. No, but apparently there was like a Japanese... No, Pocket Monsters is the Japanese name of Pokemon. If you look the Italian... What the hell am I saying? Brain, please, brain, tonight I need you. But anyway, if you look up the Japanese title of Pokemon, it says Pokémon Shield, which is Japanese for pocket monsters. So it's the same game. I think they wanted to call it Pocket Monsters in the West too, but they couldn't because of a I think because of copyright. The demand for retro games here is a little less, looks like. Yeah, I've noticed. I've also talked about that with I'm a Blissey, that YouTuber, RNG God. He said that when he was in Italy, he could barely find any conventions or like places where they sold the retro games. But I mean, in a way, Sodi, that's an advantage for you, right? So you get them for not as inflated prices as I have to get them at, because Luxembourg just goes with the German or the Italian prices. Oh god, what the hell, brain? No, the French prices, which are essentially the same as the German ones. Cynthia cosplaying as a Garchomp. Thumbs up or thumbs down? Thumbs down for me. That would probably look a bit stupid. Or well, Cynthia with a Garchomp hoodie would probably look cute. That's true. But yeah, Pocket Monsters is just Pokemon, James. Because they didn't have Pokemon Red, they had Pokémon Aka. That means red. And blue was Pokémon Ao. That means blue. Pocket Monsters Blue, literally. It's just a Japanese name. I know there's people trying to, I guess they're trolling or what are they doing? I'm not even sure myself, but they're like, oh, that's a different game. No, it's not. It's the same game. In the UK, the best place to look for gaming stuff is pawn shops, as their logic is old is worthless. That is a worthless ideology, but oh well. That's where I found official Wii remote for £1.99 and official PlayStation 2 memory cards for the same price. Okay, so Wii remotes actually don't sell for that much money here either, but it's because they've been produced for so many times, right? It always depends. It always depends on how many pieces were produced or are in circulation, and the Wii was selling really well, and that's why you could at one point find Wii's for 25 euros or even less. Unfortunately, this also means that there's less retro video game fans, especially less retro video games fans my age. Yeah, but in a way it's also good. Means it's gonna be less pricey for you. Pawn shops here specialize in jewelry. They know nothing about value of retro gaming, so I always go in for the... Ah, that's a good hint. That's good to know. I mean, like Cynthia doing an internet level Garchomp cosplay. Feisty in a sort of way, but still keeps that champion charm. She'd have sharp teeth as an added detail. Okay, I don't know, that kind of looks dumb in my head right now. On eBay UK, official Wiimotes are nearly £20 still. That's why I grabbed one for... Yeah, that's a much better price. PS2 cards are usually 5 to 10 each. Okay, I mean at the RetroCon, I'll show you PlayStation 2 memory cards for much less. Okay. Going smoothly. No shiny, but oh wow, there's no. I thought for a second that one had 6 perfect IVs, but no, one of them is bad. Also very fitting music for what we're discussing. Very nostalgic music. So yeah, what you're hearing right now, James, that's music from several Pokemon games. Pokemon usually is known to have good music, usually. What was it again, the DS game that really sucks? Pokemon Dash? Like a racing game. I played it once and then never touched it ever again. Imagine being Lucas or Dawn if you're a woman, beating the Elite Four, ready to challenge champion Cynthia, only to find her fucking around dressed as a Garchomp, and you made me say the F word. Congratulations. But that would be funny though. Although I never understood the Cynthia scare. I always beat her really easily because almost every Pokemon on my team had some sort of ice move. Like Ice Beam. And her Garchomp instantly gets chomped by Ice Beam. Her Roserade also goes down, especially if you also have a lot of Psychic types on your team, which I tend to do. Her Togekiss, same thing actually. Ice Beam usually did what it should do. I think it was her Lucario that gave me the most trouble. I don't know why there was no Pokemon on SNES. Well, yeah, there's absolutely no game from Pokemon on the SNES, but I think maybe because they started with the N64, I guess. To be fair, when Pokemon came out in Japan, the SNES was already old. Well, not old, but you know what I mean. Okay, this is egg number 200 and not a shiny. Yeah, SNES well, no, SNES came out in 1991. Not mid-90s. It was a 90s thing, sure. But in 1996 we already got the N64. And then everyone jumped on that one, so that was when Pokemon came out, and then I think that's your answer why there's no Pokemon on the SNES. Lucian was harder than Cynthia, I agree. Garchomp with a focus sash. However, Cynthia is my nemesis on her team. Oh right, Lucario, you hate Lucario. It's always the Lucario. Also, I'm going back to London on Tuesday night, so I won't be able to see that stream. But I will hunt out for old gaming stuff as always. Nice. Right, 201. SNES was pretty old by 1996 and basically dead by 1998. Yeah, that's also where other 3D consoles came out, the PlayStation, everything, so... Yeah, I think that's the reason why we don't have any like Pokemon games on the SNES, although it would be cool making a hack, like your own SNES game about Pokemon. That would be cool. But yeah, I don't know where you get the SNES was mid-90s from, James, because no, it came out in 1991. I wasn't even alive back then. I mean, I grew up with the SNES, right, but it came out before I came out. My official release was 3 years later. Not in mint condition anymore. I mean, the packaging has been removed, but I would say I'm in pretty good condition. But then to be faithful, you gotta say with console and memory limitations. Actually, the considering the age, or like the year the SNES came out, the SNES was actually a powerhouse. Like, it was really powerful for its time, of course. Kind of the same thing as the GBA. It had games in 24 to 24. What the hell am I saying? Brain, please. Keep it together, brain. We got a brain a little bit, okay? But yeah, 2004 to 2006, but the DS stole its... Well, okay, stole its spotlight, I guess, but I still knew a lot of people who were playing GBA games in 2007. Me included. Ironically, my favorite GBA game, WarioWare Twisted, came out in 2004. Donkey Kong Country 3 came out in 1996. That's where the N64 came out. Also, another third game in a trilogy. Kirby's Dream Land 3 also came out in 1996. So really late. So you don't really like, based on your tier list that you sent me, you're not too much of a fan of Kirby's Dream Land 3, which... It is a good game, but it is a bit too slow. And, like, getting the 100% thing is, in my opinion, too cryptic. Like, try getting all of these things without a guide. That would be really hard. Not every single star heart thing, but most of them, especially the later ones. Some are really cryptic on how to get the thing. And then you get the true final boss in true Kirby fashion. Had it in my head that SNES was 1994. No, I was 1994. But not the SNES. Don't know why. But it was definitely ahead of its time. I'm going to buy an NES to work. Or you bring an NES to work. If I see... Oh no, you buy one. If you see one for 60 euros. Oh, 60 euros would be a great price. But do you really need one? I mean, you have a Retron 5, so... Isn't that the reason you bought one? So you don't have to have all the original consoles? I mean, you do you, right? But... Just checking if you have the space for all of these consoles. Because I'm already selling a lot of stuff now at the conventions. There's some stuff that I don't necessarily need. I guess the GBA had its fair share of fans. I mean, the DS was supposed to be a third pillar. I do remember a lot of people when it came out being disappointed of the DS, and then those same people later on got a PSP. But then again, not saying it's justified or anything. Accidentally deleted my own comment. But I had in my mind that the SN... Yeah, it's not. It's 1991. Yeah, I mean... I hope so too, Jano. The good old SNES should be treated really well. Constantly swapping consoles over, like I will unplug my GameCube to use the Dreamcast. I mean, yeah, but like, wasn't the reason to get a Retron 5 so you don't have to have all of the other, like... With the Retron 5, you just have that one plugged in and you don't need to switch ever. Maybe you should buy like a switcher, just like I have, where you have multiple, like the GameCube and the Dreamcast use the same component system, as does the Wii, as does the SNES, as does the N64. To be fair, you don't have one, but should you ever have one? And if you have a switcher like me, you don't need to go behind your TV every single time. You just put those, like all of your consoles, into the switcher. And then the switcher onto the TV, and then you switch. If you want to play the GameCube, I don't know, set the GameCube to 3, set the Wii to 4 or something. I mean, that's completely up to you. I think the DS was better than the GBA. And the GameCube! That is blasphemy. Maybe I'm too young to say anything. Well, I mean, the GameCube is fantastic. Easily one of the best Nintendo consoles ever made. Like, the GameCube has so many phenomenal titles. Still use the Retron 5 a lot, but I still wanted an NES anyway. Especially now if I can get them for around 60. Don't want to wait a few years and see them go up to like 200 or something. From what I've seen, the trend is on the NES is going downwards. Like the prices are going down. It's GameCube and everything that's going up now. And Wii. Have a friend who has an NES as a display and plays it occasionally, but yes, the Retron 5 was a great investment. I mean, yeah, with the Retron 5 you can literally play so many games. You can play Game Boy, you can play Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance. You can play Genesis games or Mega Drive. You can play SNES games, any like Japanese or American or European. And you can play NES games or Famicom, I mean same thing but Japanese. So like Retron 5 is just a really good thing. That was a fantastic birthday present. The SNES and the GameCube are hands. Yes, I agree. Those are the best. Like that is peak Nintendo. SNES and GameCube, absolutely. Like GameCube is fantastic. What are you talking about, Sodium? Yeah, you should play more GameCube. Absolutely. Mostly because GameCube games go for Yeah, that's true. But then again, you have a hacked Wii, so you know, you know what to do. You can get them for €0. And there's like so many good GameCube games. Like the gallery of games that are great is huge. Don't regret buying the Master System because the converter that would have needed for the Retron costs more than what I paid for the Master System. Yeah, in that case, absolutely. Which is kind of crazy if you think about it, but well. You have 3 GameCubes. I have... Wait, how many do I have? I have the silver here. I have a white one. I have a purple... No, 2 purple ones. One of them is not working. The other one is in my childhood bedroom. And I have 3, 4 or 4 black ones. Don't remember, but yeah, I have a lot of GameCubes. You have 2, the original purple and the black one. But yeah, you should definitely play more GameCube, Sodium. Absolutely, that is... Like, so many GameCube games are fantastic. I don't know if you like Animal Crossing. But if you do, give the GameCube, like that's the original, give that one a shot. I think it's really quirky. It's not as Instagram friendly as the modern ones, but that's why I like it so much. It's like weird, it's quirky. Sometimes the villagers are really rude to you, right? They outright tell you, "Oh, you smell," or "I hate you." It's hard to describe. It's got a very special vibe, but definitely recommend to, if you like Animal Crossing, play the one on the GameCube if you can. Oops, sorry, lady. But yeah, imagine like a converter costing more than a whole console, WTF. But yeah, when the GameCube came out, we got the purple one. And then for some reason that gravitated towards my brother's room, and that was kind of unfair because he was hogging it, and I also wanted to play the GameCube, obviously, because GameCube is awesome. And then, well, I got a black GameCube for myself that I still have. And the one of my husband, the one that my husband has, was also black. I think most people I knew who had a GameCube had the black one. The converter on Amazon was around 45. I paid 40 for the Master System. Yeah, that's quite a steal. Like, that is a fantastic price. It's just crazy to me that a converter costs more than the entire console. That is just, I don't know. My brain does not want to accept that. Breeding Town from Sinnoh. This is what my brain thinks whenever I hear this song. probably not the only one here. Going up and down in that town to finally, like, breed a couple eggs. Gosh, Gen 4 was so slow. I mean, I love Sinnoh, right? But man, is it freaking slow. Everything is so slow in this game. But hey, I don't mind. It's gonna get streamed anyway. But yeah, in before I'm gonna be complaining about how slow it is. Especially when you come from the Gen 3 games, or like... Especially Leaf Green or like Fire Red, because those games are really quick in their progression. Like everything goes really quickly. How quickly the HP goes down, the menus and everything. And then when you then go over to Gen 4, like oof, really slow. Thankfully Gen 5 made it go a bit quicker again. Okay, 210. Okay. Piccochilla in German. Minccino in English, but no shiny. Man, how many eggs have I hatched on this game? A lot. Has to be a lot. Okay, let's put you two beauties in here. Alright, let's see if the ones I put on home for Wonder Trade, if they're already traded or not. Checking home on the phone. Which is also really freaking slow. Way too slow. Sometimes it takes an eternity when I'm trying to trade my shinies for people who gave me donations or who are channel members and stuff. It just takes a freaking eternity. Like, it's a modern phone thing. What do you mean? Why does it take so long? Oh yeah, they did get traded. What did I get for it? Chansey, Oddish, Doduo, and an Ursaring. Okay. Nothing really that I want, but well. It's Wonder Trade. What else do you expect? Alright, let's get back to it. Damn, time flies again. Keep mentioning that in every stream, I'm really sorry about it. Keep saying the same stuff over and over again, but it just surprises me every single time. Like, it feels like I've been playing, I don't know, maybe half an hour tops. Then I look at the clock and it's like, no girl, you got half an hour left until midnight. Like, wait, what? But I mean, yeah, it's a good thing, right? I'm having fun. But still, it is just so weird. I'll never get used to that. Oh, that's a lot of chinchillas that I'll have to Wonder Trade then. Man, if I did this on like an actual bike, I would lose so many calories. Another shiny. But yeah, the fire crackle is barely noticeable. And I mean, I only notice it because I'm wearing the headphones. And chat has gone really quiet now. And she's crossing her arms again. Alright, let me check. Man, these eggs, they hatch so quickly that I'll never have a team full of eggs. You're busy? No, that wasn't a front. Like, if you don't have anything to chat about, then that's it. I mean, that's fine. Usually Wednesday streams also much more chill. Then tomorrow maybe I'll finally beat God in Legends Arceus, and then I've played the whole game. That was also pretty... Like, when did I start playing it? Don't remember when that was. But yeah, that will free up a slot for something else. But yeah, once the DS and 3DS capture cards arrive, then we're gonna need those 3 slots. Still remember when GameCube came out, like the box, where the 2 games in it, Resident Evil and Super Mario Sunshine, good memories. Okay, I wasn't allowed to play Resident Evil back then. I was too young for that, and my parents were pretty strict about not being able to play games like that. But yeah, I have big memories. I don't know, I'm sounding like Trump here. Big memories, the biggest memories you've ever seen. No, but I have wonderful memories with Super Mario Sunshine. I still see myself like a small child. Like the 3D games back then, before that, they didn't look like that. And then the intro alone, we were like literally staring at the TV like, oh, wow, look at that, it looks so much better. Doesn't look so awkward like the N64 anymore. Yeah, you want me to play Mugenics, right? But Mugenics isn't its own game, it's like a game within a game, right? If I remember that correctly. Alright, next one, 216. So we hatch over 100 eggs. Mugenics sounds like I don't know, like a Pokémon thing, like Mew Genetics or something. Oh, it is its own game, okay. Is it on, you said it's on Steam, right? Because my husband really wants me to play Disco Elysium and stream that. It's one of his favorite, if not his favorite games. A game, not games. But among his favorite games. Oh, it's on Steam, okay, I do have Steam. February 10th, okay. That's pretty soon. Man, it's just crazy, right? I mean, to be fair, of course, it was my wedding, so nah, it's okay. I know. My brain is also not braining today, man. Well, not even today, like, lately. I don't know what's wrong with me. I just stumble on my words a lot lately. But yeah, what were the suggestions? You suggest Mugenics. My husband wants me to play Disco Elysium. Then someone else, I think it was Jason Harris, who suggested I should, or was it you, Brownie Monster? One of you guys suggested me play Earthbound, which I love Earthbound. And yeah, there's not a lot of people that stream Earthbound actually. Have those plastic glue fumes for a whole day, now wholly normal that the brain ain't braining. I don't have such an excuse, so what should I say? And the SNES Terranigma? Oh right, I haven't... Okay, to be fair, the SNES has a huge library of games, like thousands of them. That's bound to happen. How on earth did I know that you were bound to make that pun? But yeah, that would be fun. Earthbound Beginnings or Earthbound Zero also, but that game is actually really hard, and the balance, not the balancing, but it's a bit too hard in the beginning. Like the amount of leveling that you need to do in order to not get destroyed by like the first couple of enemies is a bit too high. What? I was just punning on your pun there. And this song is a meme for some reason. Like, you hear this constantly in so many videos. I don't even know why. I mean, it's not a bad game, but... What in the name of mother are you talking about? Well, the mother games, you know. Or in the West, Earthbound Zero or Earthbound Beginnings. Then Earthbound, and well, the West doesn't have Mother 3. I assume that one would be called Earthbound 2 then? That's also a great game, but man, I think I'm gonna cry. Again, every time I played it, at certain points I had to cry. Of Toothless, and I see him dancing only by hearing the music. That's like, the internet loves the song that previously played. Alright, next one, 220. And of course not immediately a shiny. Okay, it's a remake of like an old song. Still nice. 221. You know what? The best for your so euro that I ever spent on something from Amazon? A literal lizard button. That thing brought so much joy you can't believe it. What the hell does a lizard button do? Okay, you gotta explain that one to me. Now I'm curious. Like, a lizard button. Does it summon a lizard? Okay, probably not, but... Like, is it a button that looks like a lizard? Does it make a lizard sound when pressed? I am very intrigued now, Jano. Definitely intrigued. But sometimes it's like the small things that give you joy, right? Okay, I am definitely intrigued. I want to see that. $223. Lizard button. My mind is racing right now. Like, what could a lizard button be? My not so hot chocolate anymore. Oh, it's in memes. Lizard button. €2, no, €3 you said. For lizard button, okay. That sounds so silly. I really want to know what the hell a lizard button is. Oh, okay, well, yeah, that is a lizard button. Okay, that's what it is. That's pretty funny. Thank you for sharing that. Who cares if it's stupid? If it brings you joy, then is it really stupid? Then it wasn't a waste of money, right? If it brings you joy, that's a very... I mean, €3 to have that much joy. I don't know why my pronunciation of euros was so butchered, but yeah. €3 for something like that. Hell yes. And that is also not a shiny. But man, I'm not gonna want to evolve that one because once it's evolved, it's not really a pink shiny anymore. The opposite is the case with the Magby. Once I breed it, if it hatches, it's not a shiny. No, it's what am I saying? It's gonna be a shiny eventually, but the shiny is not pink. Dude, brain, please get your crap together now. I got 0 excuses as to why I'm not braining right now. Man, soon it's gonna be February. And, aren't we a leap year? Yeah, we should be. So it's gonna be 28 days of February. Alright, not a shiny, so not interested. If they have crappy IVs, like not really good ones, I'll just release them at this point. The ones with really good IVs, I want to trade. Because that's how I got a lot of Pokemon that I wanna breed, and I mean, the ones that I breed here, they are German, so that's gonna be... that probably will come in handy for anyone who wants to do the Masuda Method with the same Pokemon. Alright, give me the next egg. Alright. Let's put you 3 in here. Yeah, this one doesn't have that many egg steps required to hatch the Pokemon. Some were definitely taking much longer. I think the Ice Cube was actually taking a while, if I remember correctly. Or maybe I was just unlucky. But hey, I got it in the end. Forgot to mention that the S action replay is untested, but if it doesn't work right away, I've always found a good clean gets it working again. That depends on the model. Some DS RPGs... Brain! Bro! The hell? But yeah, what I was about to say is some action replays needed to be connected to the computer in order to put more codes on it, and there's other models where you could just put them on on the DS, and then there's other versions again where it comes preloaded with tons of codes, but you can't add any more newer ones onto it, which I think those are the lamest ones. Like, why would you not want to add your own codes? I've been lucky I found untested Nintendo Wii for under €10 and they will work fine. Wow, under €10? Was it just the console? Because usually when I see a console for that cheap, it's like just the consoles, nothing else, like no controller, no cables. But if you already have the cables, then yeah, absolutely, that's a steal. And no shiny. And the next one, 230. Alright, going quickly. Also not a shiny. Because if it is a shiny, I'm gonna scream. James, what the hell? Why did you send me the spaghetti popsicles? That's an abomination. My Italian ancestors are rolling in their graves if they would see that. My black Wii was €850. That's nothing. Console only, works nicely. Use the cables I have on my blue Wii. But yeah, you did notice that on the blue Wii there's no GameCube controller ports and also no memory card slots because it cannot play GameCube games. Which sucks, but oh well, it's a Wii. That song again. Are we repeating songs playlist? They all seem to do. And that's not a shiny. And next one, 232. At least it's going quickly. But how many Wiis do you have? You have a white Wii, you have a black Wii, a blue Wii. Do you have a red one too? My blue one is a version 2. I don't really need to play GameCube games on it when I got... from my knowledge, every single blue Wii does not have the GameCube compatibility. I could be wrong, but from my knowledge, and if I remember correctly, there's no way you can play a, like, blue Wiis did not come with GameCube compatibility at all. At least not that I know of. Red ones did. The red one that I have, it plays GameCube games just as well as it does play Wii games and everything else. Got a red one when I was with you. Oh, right, that was you. I wasn't sure if it was you or someone else. Oh yeah, €25. That's a great price. You just woke up? Did I lull you into a sleep? Your voice is so calm. So actually I did. Well, some people did say they listened to my streams apparently for ASMR or whatever, but oh well. I take it as a compliment because I'd rather have a calming voice rather than a grating voice. Like, imagine I would be talking like this the whole time. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna repeat that, I'm sorry. I have homebrew on the blue Wii and it plays GameCube games with Nintendo. Yeah, I mean, yeah, okay, you can do it that way, but like officially speaking, the blue Wii wasn't meant to play GameCube games. You can try putting a GameCube disc into it, like it says, no, can't read it. Was a good one, a good nap? I have a Wii of each color, red, blue, black and white. Well, there was a golden Wii. That is probably impossible to get. I think there's some Japanese exclusive colors that maybe that we haven't seen here ever. Just like with the GameCube, I mean, orange GameCube exists, but we've never had it in the West. And there's also a cyan GameCube and a red one that goes for extreme prices on eBay, but like those were also Japanese exclusive. But yeah, apparently, maybe I should do like a video, I don't know, 5 hours of me yapping and then like to help you sleep. Blue one can run homebrew, but obviously you can't play the GameCube games because there's nowhere to put the GameCube controller. That's why I do it on the brewed white one. Yeah, your modded GameCube is orange. Like, if I could, like, further my collection, money-wise, yeah, maybe I'd get these GameCubes, but, like, that's not really a priority right now, especially if money is tight. You have a job, James. I unfortunately can't speak of such wonderful things. Still got no answer from the recent interview, but then again, it's been really recent. Well, wait, it was yesterday, so never mind. But man, I'm bummed about the planetarium. Like, why hype me up so much and then nothing? Like, I was really looking forward for that. I would love to. Who wouldn't? Except planetarium, of course. Alright, you go in here. For some reason they listed the purple GameCube as indigo, even though indigo is not purple, that's a dark shade of blue. That always was a bit confusing. But there is a blue GameCube in Japan, like a cyan, like a bright blue one. Spent 200 euros on a gold GameCube with Japanese titles. There's an unreleased game called Pickles. I played on Dolphin. Wait, how much? Right, you also have a golden GameCube. Right, I forgot. 200 euros. Oof. It's a lot of money. So do you have them displayed like in a row? Space must be getting tight though, no? To be fair, with the GameCube you have the advantage you could hang them up the wall because they have a handle. Yes, the GameCube was actually meant to be somewhat portable. And you could have LAN parties with a GameCube, which is something a lot of you kiddos here in chat never witnessed, which... Oh man, that was amazing. LAN parties. That was magical. Didn't play the LAN GameCube, like you could hook up a GameCube to another GameCube and then you could play Mario Kart as 8 people or something. That was fun. Although I didn't experience it a lot of times. I only knew one person who had that kind of cable. They're not displayed, they're stored in drawers, and I swapped them over since they use the same cables. But don't you want to kind of display them? I mean, as a collector, no? I mean, you do you, right? It's your money, your GameCube, your choice. Is the cyan GameCube the same controller as my color as the blue controller from Japan? Kind of, yeah. LAN parties were the best invention ever. Oh my god, yeah, we're getting old, Chano, aren't we? But yeah, LAN parties, man, that was magical. And that's what I'm missing in gaming, like that, you know, multiplayer back then was in person, and it was really personable, it was, you know, having healthy banter with your friends or your cousin, and cussing each other out because that guy won at Mario Party and destroyed you, or something like that. Like, those were the days. Now with online, you have no idea who you're playing against. I mean, not that I'm against online play, right? But it's just... it doesn't replicate the magic that is several people on the couch playing against each other. Who cared if it was split screen? Like, we made do with it and it was fun. Trying to find wall mounts for GameCubes. I want to display them in my room. But yeah, I wonder like how much room you have left. Because if you get, like, I'm already having a kind of troubles with my stuff, like putting it somewhere. And I got three bedroom apartment. They don't even know what split screen is nowadays. I know, right? I mean, can't blame them, right? They weren't born during that time, and it's not their fault that they were born into such boring gaming times. And just the screen sniping, remember that? Where you had to yell at your siblings, "No, don't look on my screen, you're cheating!" And that was fun. I mean, we were yelling at each other, but it was just spiteful fun, I would say. I'll always remember those days. And man, sometimes I feel like they weren't that long ago, but then I look at the calendar, I'm like, phew, 20 years ago, girl. Yeah, that's a while ago, you know? Any non-pink shiny exceptions? What do you mean? Like, right now, nothing of the sort, but do you mean any shinies that I love that aren't pink? Because yeah, there's a lot of black shinies that look really, really good. Okay, you are not a shiny either. Now, which stream was it again where I got a shiny, like, at the very end of the stream? I got it. That was pretty funny. Okay, 3 minutes left. Maybe, who knows? Right, Brownie Monster, you've been coming to the streams for a long while, I think. I think you should get the blue wrench of awesomeness. Yeah, there you go. You deserve it. Okay. And next one, 241. Yantias won't budge. Yantias, that's a new one. There's some cheeky guys among you who wanted a clone of the shiny Latias, and they begged me to call her Yana, which, I see what you're doing there. Well, all the current goatmen that I now am proud owner of are assembled. Them so much work again, rip me. Yeah, well, I mean, while you're listening to the stream, I hope you get a lot of work done, and evidently you did. So, congratulations. Do you have to paint them as well, or is it for now it's only a glue job, and then it's gonna be painting? Come on, hatch, hatch. There we go. 242. How kind, I'm a stream engineer now. Yes, you are. Now you can build sentries. If you're into Team Fortress 2 at all. But yeah, I mean, you've been here for so long, you should... Like, why haven't I given you one earlier, honestly? Oh well, enjoy it now. Alright, it is 59. I'm gonna hatch this one real quick. Maybe I'm gonna hatch one more. Okay, 243, let's see. No, not a shiny. For now it was only clipping out the spruce, cleaning up and assembling. Next job, mount onto some pizza cartons with mounting tape and some priming. And then painting. Oh wow, that's actually a lot of work. And well, it's midnight now, and unfortunately not a shiny, but hey, we got to 243, that's something. And well, I don't have proof of it, but I have a feeling that it's gonna shine in the next stream. I've heard of it, but I don't think I've devices to play it. It is on the old Xbox, though. I think the game online is dead there. But definitely a good choice for a game. And yeah, I thank each and every one of you for being part of the stream. As always, I really appreciate it, and I wish you a good night, sleep tight, do not let the bedbugs bite, and I hope I see all of you in tomorrow's stream, where we fight God himself. A goat shoved through a fence, because that's apparently God in the Pokemon universe. And thank you too. I wish you a pinktastic Wednesday too, but it's like, it's Tuesday, no, Tuesday, what the hell. It's Thursday now where I am. But yeah, that was it, and I hope you had fun, and see you next time. Toodles!